Life is just a bong hits and mosh
I've been
pits.
smoking piff so long. I've been smoking piff so long. I've been smoking piff so. I've been smoking piff so. I've been smoking piff.
We can talk about Steve's knuckle hair after the podcast.
I don't
That's fine.
have
Are we
any
recording?
knuckle hair.
All right. So, hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of the Chomp Chain podcast,
Now I'm
live from
self-conscious.
Luigi's Mansion.
Shut up.
Luigi's Mansion.
Is that a real song?
I don't think that's the song for Luigi's
It is
Mansion.
now.
I've
It
never
is.
played the game, but
Mario!
Well, if you play it, I guarantee you won't hear that song. Right?
so does that make you Luigi? If
No.
we're in Luigi's mansion. Oh, your landlord.
That would be Luigi's nightmare because you know my thoughts on Luigi.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Not the
man.
biggest fan. Steve, you like Luigi?
Not really.
That's
I
weird.
don't really ever play as him.
What about Steve's knuckle hair? What were we?
Yeah, well, no, we'll talk about it after the podcast. He's got more knuckle hair than I have hair on my head. I have long hair, just for those who don't know. It's down to my shoulders. Steve's got more hair on his hands than
You
I
also
do.
barely have any hair left in your head.
Anyway, that's not true. What? What?
You don't have much hair in your head, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Your hairline is like. Oh.
No, my hairline. Guys, I don't want to talk about my
I'm
hair
kidding.
on the podcast anymore.
I was joking about
bump
your
the mic, sorry.
hairline. Anyway.
Anyway, I don't think we need to say our names anymore. Hi.
Dude, our names are in the theme song, too.
Is it?
I've never
But-
heard it.
Our first names are, yeah.
Right. But, yeah, you're using a different theme for this one, right?
I am.
Right? We are.
Yeah, what the hell was
What was
that?
that? Yeah.
I don't know. I
Ghosts.
think we're in my new apartment. It could be haunted by ghosts that ring phantom doorbells. Did that sound like a doorbell?
That did kind of sound like a doorbell.
All right. Well, I'm
It
not
was
gonna
like,
answer it. Yeah, I don't
Well,
fucking
check your
care.
phones.
It was Steve's phone.
It wasn't my phone.
Maybe it was some nerdy ghost.
It was a
Some
ghost.
ghost who died like 6 months ago. He was like 18. He
Or
just
like
tries to big phantom cell phone noises. Like,
It could have been Paul Revere.
oh, yeah.
Probably.
We are in Paul Revere's backyard.
Yep. My new apartment is in Paul Revere's backyard.
So that's the big ticket item of this week is the fact that, Joe, you are now living in a new
Yeah.
home.
And we're recording from a new studio, and it might be a little echoey because there's nothing in here. And I don't have any notes. I don't know about you guys, but I'm trying to work with what I got this
I
week.
came to talk about video games, and what I got was Steve's knuckle hair.
All up in your face.
All up in my face.
Yeah, they're all doing in your face.
Knuckle hair in your
Because
face.
he's going to punch me in the face. Is that what he's...
Yes,
yeah.
that's what I was implying.
That's what he's insinuating.
Mm-hmm.
What have you guys been up to? Because I've been moving my life to this apartment the past fucking 4 days, and I've had no time to play anything. I've been playing
You
Mario.
just played
Kart.
Mario Kart, and I just want to say for the audience at home, you were playing online, and the person
Yep.
who came in first place was from Canada. That's not important, but what is important is that they were playing as Luigi,
Yep.
and I think that Steve, Joe, and maybe you haven't cursed him too much, but I think
No.
you guys owe Luigi a little bit more respect than what you're giving him.
No, maybe we owe Canada more
You should if you
respect.
want your podcast gift. Which
What if it's
not
Canada
this episode.
and not Luigi that was doing it? You don't like Canada, Chris? Is that what you're saying?
I find it hard to believe that Luigi was not the winning factor of those two opposing forces.
Okay.
Do we know whether or not Mario and Luigi are, in fact, Canadian? Because what if they are?
They're
that
not.
would change things. What
No,
are they?
Mario and Luigi.
They're from the
Mussolini.
Mushroom
We discussed this
Kingdom.
last episode.
There's no Canada in the Mario universe. What
How
the
do you know?
Mario Canyon.
Because they never said there was. I feel like that's something that they wouldn't leave out.
What if there's like some Canadian equivalent of the Mushroom Kingdom?
We wouldn't hear much about it
They
because
get free
it's not
healthcare
very.
and everyone's way more polite.
That's where Shy Guy's from.
Yeah,
He's
Shy
from
Guy.
fucking Canada.
What about the what is the little dude from Ocarina of Time? Skull Kid.
Skull Kid.
Skull Kid. Skull Kid from Canada, definitely.
Steve, I feel like your nickname should have been Skull Kid
I don't.
for most of our lives.
Yeah, why were you not my real friend and gave me that nickname?
I think it's just because you have to really like get to know you to realize that you are Skull Kid.
Like it has. I've known you for like 20 years, 20-year anniversary coming up, and I'm only now just it's kind of coming clear to me. Joe, I've known you for almost 20 years too.
I was gonna say, where's my anniversary shout out? Has it been 20 years?
Almost. Probably. I think next year it'll be 20 years. When did we start kindergarten? 1996.
96, yeah.
So yeah, 2016.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll have to throw a party.
We've known each other for 20 years.
That's pretty gross.
20 years?
Not Dylan though. Get out of this room.
I know. What did I mean?
Dylan stormed
Seventh
into
grade.
our lives like a
like
Like
a
a
wrecking
pimple.
ball.
like a pimple.
I just appeared
like
one
a
day on your
pimple
face.
on a butt.
Or your butt.
You're
yeah.
trying to sit down, but hey, there it is, making things uncomfortable.
I was gonna think of a Morrowind reference, but I couldn't think of anything from Morrowind to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our meeting is. I mean, we already talked about it, but it's the most serendipitous thing. Meeting over Morrowind screenshots in a school classroom.
Me and Joe met in gym class.
I remember that gym class.
we were on
The Boost Weed gym.
Yeah, we were on a balance beam.
Yeah, it was. What was it? What was that shit called?
It was called Project Adventure.
Project Adventure.
But there was nothing adventurous about it. They would just like climb the rope. All right, now go walk on that balance beam.
They
Okay.
put an extra mat in the middle of the floor, and they were like, "Look at this, motherfuckers!
Yeah. Well, all
look
the
at where
gym
your
teach-
look at where your tax dollars and your donations are going to. This big mat in the middle of the fucking floor."
And I don't remember there being much supervision. I'm pretty sure all the teachers were just like
Yeah.
in the back smoking bones.
Oh, yeah, no,
looking at
seriously.
porn magazines and stuff.
Yeah, they didn't really care. They were like, "Okay, jump on this rope, swing to that other rope, and then if you don't break your ankle, then we're good."
How
But
long
if
do we
you
have to do it for? I don't know. I don't. Whatever. Leave me alone.
an hour and a half, just don't get hurt.
Steve, aren't you related to Gay Belanger, the gym teacher?
No, not really.
Isn't your stepdad related to her?
He was when she
Oh, it
was
was like a
married
marriage
to his brother.
Oh, did they get divorced?
Yeah, a while ago.
Cool.
But
Divorce is awesome.
That reminded me of what was it? Remember that thing where we did in gym class where like someone got on a rope and like ran around in a circle, and then the gym teacher like lifted them in the air.
No.
We did it in my class. 2 people got to do it, and then it was like, all right, that's it. It was like, wow,
Wait,
you
what?
showed us something. Like, it was like, so what happened is someone would get in a harness and have a rope attached to them, and they would go
Okay.
up to like a pulley on the roof or the ceiling, and the person would then run in like a big circle and would just keep running, and then the gym teacher would just slowly back up, and they would slowly rise off.
I do remember
the-
this now because the 2 people went, and then they went to the third person. I was the third person in line. And they were like, "Oh, you know,
Never
never
mind.
mind."
But it was literally like it looked awesome, and they were like, "Yeah, this person did it," and then like one more person did it, and they were like, "All right, that's it for today." And we were like, "What? Wait, what?" Like you just showed us that awesome thing. 2 people got to go, and then you were just like, "See ya."
And it's not like you can replicate that anywhere else
No.
in life.
No, you can't.
That's a once in a lifetime thing.
That's
You're
your
like
one
in
moment.
NASA.
That's your one moment to do that, and they just cut you off.
That was like summer vacation, dude. No one ever told you, like, hey, just so you know, summer
dude,
vacation doesn't exist in
I-
real life.
For a week, it does if you have a normal job, I guess.
Right.
Because I feel like I'm on summer vacation because I have the week off, and I've been waking up. It's so weird. I moved in on Saturday, so Saturday and Sunday was like just felt like a normal weekend, and then I woke up Monday and I woke up at like 11 because I was super tired. I slept pretty late, and then this morning and I woke up at like probably 11 again because I was tired and I slept super late. But now it's just, it feels like that this is what like life is going to be. And I feel like I'm on like a super long vacation because like, I just feel like I'm actually on a vacation somewhere else. 'cause
In a
it's like-
vacation home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like we went out, Elena and I came back and I was like, this is so weird. Like I live here now. Like this isn't a bed and breakfast or a fucking motel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's taking time for me to adjust to that. And it's not going to feel normal until I have to go back to work.
You left the nest, man.
I know.
It feels good though.
It does feel good.
You can breathe.
I can breathe, and I'm pretty used to being on my own, which I thought would take a little bit longer to get used to, but it's really not that different because I could do basically whatever I wanted at my house because
That's good. You're a grown man.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like I wasn't under lockdown or anything, but just to have all this space. I'm not saying it's like a big place or anything, but
No,
like,
it's huge. You guys gotta see.
We
this.
got a
It's
good- yeah, a good-
Luigi's
good-
Mansion. It's fitting.
Yeah, we got a
because
good
it's
amount of room.
huge and it's full of ghosts.
full of ghosts. Honestly, it is not full of ghosts. Not that I know of yet. Maybe they're waiting for like the 5th day
Yeah, for sure.
or something. I don't know, but they haven't came yet.
How do you explain this little tiki figure?
You know where I got that?
It's
a
a
haunted
mysterious figure.
island? Yeah.
Jamaica.
Jamaica?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Street vendor.
Okay.
Did he slip it into your
me
pocket
think.
and you just found it
No,
later?
I walked by him and he carved my name
authentic.
into it.
Really?
No, he carved Elena's name and then my name. That's Elena's. My other one is on the mantle above the fireplace.
So
out there.
for the listeners, it is a red tiki face,
Yeah.
and it looks extremely haunted.
Steve's chewing on it.
It's sick, dude. He was like, "What's your name, man?" And I was like, "Joe." And he just carved Joe into it, and I was like, "Thanks."
Should have fucked with him and been like,
And he,
Bartholomew.
And he was like, "You want another one?" And I was like, "Not really, but like, all right." And he goes, "You got a girl back in the States, or like back at home?" And I was like, "Yeah, I might know. I probably
Wait,
shouldn't be
did he
telling
not?
you this."
Did he sound like that, or did he have a Jamaican accent?
He had a Jamaican accent, but you could
did.
tell he's been through some shit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, Jamaica's real.
I was like, "Yo, I can't lie to this guy. He'll definitely find out."
Take the tiki back, Dylan. I don't want it in my possession any longer.
But that's where that comes from.
Reminds me of like the Brady Bunch. You ever see that special where they go to
Yeah,
Hawaii?
yeah.
Yeah, and they got the haunted tiki, and it looks just like this.
So how many minutes are we in? Let's talk about video games.
All right, hold on. I have something to tell.
It's only been 10 minutes. They can wait.
Joe, you interrupted me when I'm talking to you. So I think it was the unreleased podcast where we talked about when we were talking about WoW, and you asked about how the
World of
fights
Warcraft?
still took as long as they did.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about that, but Terra actually has a thing where you start a flight and then it like goes through a portal and like teleports you, and then like you just fly a little bit longer than you land. So it reminded me of when we talked about that before.
Wait, so you fly through portals now?
It's not in WoW. This is Terra.
Oh, Terra.
I don't know
okay.
about WoW. I was just
Do
saying.
you remember the anxiety of those flights? Like, sometimes you're just like, oh, okay, I'm going to get up and go to the bathroom and, like, or get something to eat because you have 14 minutes to fly from Stormwind to, like, Terran Valley, whatever, I don't know. I don't remember.
Karen
Valley.
Mill.
Whatever, dude. I don't
That was in
remember.
South Shore.
Yeah, and that would take like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying, like from
Yeah.
like one tip of Azeroth to
But
the
then there's
other.
the times where it's like somebody needs help or, like, someone is attacking a city. So I'm like, please help me. And I'd be like, okay, I'll be right there. Oh, shit.
Gotta find a mage.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, we had it easy because I'm pretty sure pre-BC there weren't even summoning stones. You had to have a warlock to summon
Yeah,
you.
you
Or they
did.
had meeting stones, but you couldn't summon with them.
Unless you were
Right.
a
So
lock.
all 40 people in Molten Core had to meet at Molten Core.
Right.
But I mean, the world was smaller back then, but still,
It was
That-
more ruthless,
that would
dude.
suck.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know. I always wished that I played back then at Endgame, but I don't know. It seems cool, like romanticizing it.
Right.
But the whole thing of like, oh, I'm gonna now like take my flightless mount and spend like 30 minutes going from the bottom of the map all the way to this one raid. Oh, sounds annoying.
And we need 40 people working in unison to defeat the strongest bosses or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
That part of it's actually pretty cool, though.
it is. That is cool. But
Have you done a
that's
40
stressful.
have you done a 40
No,
man
I've never
raid?
done a 40 man. Back long before I ever played an MMO, I had like really cool ideas about what it would be like, just like going around a world, being your own person, doing your own thing. Like the thing that sucks in everybody who wants to play an MMO for the most part, especially during the 90s when I was just a little kid. I think now, honestly, looking back, like our time playing World of Warcraft may have exceeded my expectations. Like the shit we got into, like actually making friends, but then like becoming better friends with each other too. This is mad corny stuff, but
No,
legitimately, like it was like a real like social thing for us.
It was a gigantic social thing. You had that luxury of being like, okay, tonight, like you said earlier, going back to summer vacation, you didn't have school, so you'd go out with your friends until like 10:30, 11:30 at night. You'd come home and you would hop on WoW, and there was at least 25 people on in the guild. We were fortunate enough to be in a good guild, which is a gigantic part of it. Because if we weren't a part of that guild, we wouldn't have had half of those experiences.
You have to be on a competitive server too.
Correct.
With competitive guilds.
Right. Server and guild are huge if you want to thrive in Azeroth.
Me, Steve, we played on whatever our first server was, playing Horde. It was just the two of us, and then Echo Isles.
Echo
Isles, yeah. It was just the two of us, and I think we made like 2 other friends, but that was a totally different experience, and it was cool on its own. Like
Yeah.
the two of us just getting into shenanigans,
Yeah.
taking screenshots that no one else would see or
No,
care about.
running each other through Scarlet Monastery to level.
Yeah.
That's how we
Endless
leveled.
Scarlet Monastery
Double
runs.
rogue doing it, then rogue.
Yeah, we didn't have a
Shaman.
healer or a tank bringing us through. It was just a rogue and another rogue. These soft little
Yeah,
sneak
I was slightly
guys.
higher level than you, so I would like run you through it. We would just sneak past everybody and just kill the bosses.
And then switching over to Destramath with you guys, it was just this huge thing. It was like everybody we knew played, and then there was like a huge guild of people we didn't know who we got to know over the game.
I had to have a giant interview to get in.
Yeah, they
which
had
sucked.
a Ventrilo like in-person interview.
Yeah.
Which was just absolutely the goofiest thing I think I've ever done.
The thing is, like, I remember you. I think it was you were the one who got me into the guild, Dylan. So you were like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna have an interview with you," and I was like, "That's fine." Expecting like guild leader, like the family, because it was run by a family.
It was run by a creepy family.
So I was like,
What? Creepy.
Dude, any family that
Now
like,
we can't say who the guild was.
Sure,
if
it was La Guillotine, and
Ah.
I'm still friends with one guy who actually wasn't part of the family. The guy who interviewed us, Monty. I'm friends with him on Facebook.
"Hey, But anyway, I was expecting like
fuck him. I hated that guy.
I was expecting like 4 or 5 people. Yeah, hold on, we gotta time
Yeah,
out.
you just flip flop so
Yeah,
hard.
you
You're like,
know.
oh, we can't even say their name. And then I say the name. And you're like, oh,
No,
fuck
no, no,
that
no, no,
guy.
no. I said we couldn't say the family's name.
I don't know their like, real
No,
name.
I know. I don't either. I'm saying we can't say the members of. You know what? Forget what I said.
I will.
All I meant is that I didn't like Monty, and he was not part of that family.
No, he was super
Dude,
part
he
of the
was
guild. Though.
wicked mean to me. He like did that guy didn't like me.
He liked me though.
Yeah, he
He was
seemed
like a teacher.
he seemed to like everybody except me. That's why I wasn't a big fan of his.
He didn't like you
Steve.
because you were a rogue. don't remember what I was saying. Okay, so I expected like 5 people max to interview me. And then it was like 20, and I was like, oh.
Well, they had like they actually had serious rankings. So there was like the leaders of the guild, and then like the guild officers, and then I'm pretty sure like the John D who got us into the guild, who got me into the guild.
Yeah.
He was one of the people there in the interview, but they didn't say anything.
No.
There were just like 20 people, and then you talked to
Yeah,
one dude.
that was way worse. If they had,
I didn't have to get interviewed.
No, because you were in there from before.
Yeah, I was OG.
You were grandfathered in.
I was like a little 20 just in the guild sitting there.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Gathering dust.
I didn't get interviewed either because I came in like
The
way
only
before.
person I saw get interviewed was Mark. And he did it in my room on my old PC. And he was like, yeah, I heard you
Toranaga,
guys.
shout out to Toranaga.
Toranaga, yep. A sick warrior, actually. He was like, I heard you guys are in a good guild. Like, I just started playing, blah, 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 blah. I want to try to join. And I was like, slow down. I was like, it's not that easy. Like,
Got to apply.
Yeah, I was like, I can't just invite you, man. I can't invite anybody. Let's be honest. I wasn't a high enough rank to invite people. And he's like, well, what do I got to do? Can you just like ask one of the leaders? And I was like, nope, doesn't work that way. You got to go and vent. You got to talk to them like real time.
Gotta buy a mic.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking like, it was ridiculous. And he did it. I think it took like probably 15 minutes. And it was Monty who did the question asking, the interviewing, I guess.
I can't believe you had to do an interview to
Yeah.
play World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but dude,
you had to play a fantasy role-playing game. You had to be interviewed.
Think about it.
No, I get it.
It
It's just
worked out
crazy
because
to
that
think
guild
about.
was like, they were a high enough guild in that. What am I trying to say? In that server, yeah, they were like pretty recognized,
They were, but they were never like
top tier.
They were trying to be like that top tier guild by having that interview process, but it really was like they didn't deny too many people. You know what I mean? It was just probably to keep it from being like, oh, I have this friend who wants to join. Like, yeah, fuck it, send him an invite. Then your friend ends up being some
Right.
spamming douche. I think there was just more, just make it slightly harder to get into the guild so that once you're in, you're at least not going to cause trouble. But as far as like the progression rating went, like they were part of that, but they were never like in the top, like, I don't know, 5-10 guilds. You know what I mean?
Something it's slightly unrelated, but something I realized recently was a lot of my favorite games are all from the same time period. Stuff that I played freshman year of high school, which was what, like 2004, 2005, something like that, 2006. I have no idea. It's a long time ago.
It was 2005.
Yeah.
So around then, like just all the games I played then was like Metal Gear Solid 4 or 3, Shadow of the Colossus, just whatever random games. Oblivion I played that year, and then I think like and then all my favorite games are like way later on like PS3, like games I played in like 2010. I was like, what was I doing all that time? I was fucking playing World of Warcraft for like 6 years and didn't touch another video game.
Yeah, that's
I
why.
bought a Nintendo Wii. We talked about this before. Me and Dylan waiting like 18 hours for it overnight, and I played 2 games on it because I like shortly after that. Or shortly before that, started playing World of Warcraft and nothing else mattered.
I didn't have time for the Nintendo Wii. No, I just didn't get one. It was
Yeah, the
because of
biggest
WoW.
Nintendo fan in this room didn't know
Yeah.
the Nintendo Wii.
I did not, and I still don't, and I never will. I'm assuming.
I mean, it would be a little bit pointless,
Yeah,
now,
it
a
would be
little productive
kinda,
to
a
go
little bit
back.
late, but you never know. It could happen if I see a good deal. I like good deals.
WoW was strange though, because it really was the social aspect that pulled me in. Because I got Steve. You gave me the discs on one of your birthday parties.
Yeah,
The
that's
birthday-
how we all got it. Chris got it
Right.
first and gave me a free trial.
Yep.
And I think I got it and gave you the free
Exactly.
trial.
And
And then you got it and gave somebody else a free
But
trial.
I played it then, and I made a character on your server. I'm pretty sure on
Yep.
Echo Isles, and then which was a PVE server for
Yeah,
the record.
well, it's because we were brand new. We didn't
Right? No, I know, but like I made a
That was
character
just,
on
like, the
that.
default server.
Yeah, I think it was
they
like,
put us
hey,
on.
you should go on this server.
Recommended,
Okay.
yeah. But I
I don't know
played
what
on
we're
it.
doing.
I
What's
got to
PvE
like
mean?
I got to like level, I don't know, 10, 12, which back then took like a few days.
Yeah.
And I just like I just stopped playing because you guys weren't always on. I wasn't part of a guild. I didn't really like.
So I think we were way higher level at that point too.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, I don't know, this isn't that fun. And I didn't play again for, I'm pretty sure, like 2 years or a year. And then John D, good old John D, was like, dude, you need to play. I'll buy it for you. And he bought it for me. And I made my character, Valinor, Gnome Warrior, on his computer, and then went home, installed it, and played it. And that's when I played. That was like the 4, 5, 6 years that we played it for. But if he never bought it for me, I might have just said fuck it. But the only reason I stayed then was because by then everyone was playing, and we had invites to those guilds, and it was like a way more social experience. And it was a PvP server. So once I killed
Player
my
versus player.
once I killed my first horde, oh dude, it was
It was
on.
over,
Yeah. It was like Paul McCartney said when like he first discovered a minor chord, like it was on, like he could finally write the songs he wanted to write. Once I killed a fucking horde, it was like
on.
that's what I want to do.
For the record, me and Steve were Horde.
At
Yeah,
the beginning,
but-
yeah.
So we were forced to be Alliance because everyone else was
Because I
Alliance.
guess friendship was more important than what our characters looked like.
Well,
Hey, Cruel's the best.
we bitched a lot about how they made like the character transfer and all that stuff. How you
Yeah.
could transfer from
That was
Alliance
the beginning
to
of the
Horde.
end.
But that's why we got to play with Mark, because Mark leveled 1 to 80 on Horde. He was
True.
an orc warrior, and then he decided
You
he
know
wanted
what?
to play with us, so he server and faction transferred.
I fucked up because that wasn't the beginning of the end. That was actually a pretty good idea. The faction transfer was smart and it was convenient and it was cool for that exact reason. If you had friends in Alliance that you didn't know played, etc., you could join them. What sucked is when they made it so you could have a Horde and Alliance in the same server.
I agree.
That is when that game started going downhill. Granted, we still played for at least a year after they made that.
I think-
but World PvP was not the same because some douchebag would switch over to Horde, alert the fucking org that the big group was coming to raid them, and that's when it made it really stupid. Because when I got my Black Warbear, the Black Warbear is the mount you get for killing all the Horde bosses. In case nerds don't know that,
Or all the Alliance bosses.
or the Alliance bosses for was it still the Black Warbear and Horde?
I don't know if it was the same thing, but it was definitely a bear.
I think it was. I think they had. That was one of the same ones.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it was too. But regardless, like I was saying, that became it wasn't as cool when they made that you could have character in each faction. It just like it was guaranteed that if you were setting up a raid on one of the enemy cities, they were gonna know about it within 2 seconds.
Right.
Because people like to troll. That's just the way it is, and they were gonna do it and they were gonna fuck your day up. But I got my warbear at a time where that couldn't happen. And we went in there at like fucking midnight, maybe 12:30, and we ran shit, dude. Like, I can't. It was, dude. Oh, it was chaos. We went. I forget the order we did, but we did org last, which is rare
Which
because
is like the worst idea.
exactly more people would do that first because it was the hardest one to do. But by the time we got to org, you could tell that people naturally were just like, all right, they haven't done this one yet. Let's get over there. And it was just, it was a natural thing. But when I did it again on one of my alts, my Death Knight, and it was after they made the faction transfer, and it was so fucking stupid. It was like the second you got in there, people were there because somebody transferred over and told.
Yeah, the emphasis of the game kind of changed then.
Yeah.
I mean, it was changing already. There was always a stronger emphasis on PvE, like raiding
Oh,
and stuff
yeah,
like that.
no doubt about it.
And the leveling experience that I had was, it was annoying, and like some people could have quit.
It's like grueling.
It
I
is.
didn't do it, so-
especially like constantly
Cheater.
being just like decimated by high level like of the other faction. When you're just trying to like summon your buddies to do Zul'Farrak, you're getting just like
Or you could just two-man it like me and Dylan did.
yeah, or you could just be a boss like we were. But like, it was a pain in the ass experience, but it made it more rewarding for me, and I liked it more. And obviously, like me and you, like we were, and Steve, and I guess Chris a little bit, we were more into the PvP side of things, like the world PvP, like not basically like killing other people who are actually playing in the game and not in like the like arranged battlegrounds.
Right.
I don't think Blizzard wants that. They didn't want people getting frustrated
Because
and turned
people would
away.
quit.
Because the leveling experience now is so much easier.
You can pay to level, can't
Which
you?
is yeah, I think so, but it's also like it's smart that they do that because everyone did it anyway.
Oh, they're
You did it.
they're making money. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's definitely a good investment. It's a good, it's a good plan for them to make money. But as far as the game goes,
Right.
it's so different.
Oh, yeah.
I could never go back to playing it now.
But
ever.
that's part of why like it really is a different game now. Or it's I mean
It's
obviously,
also
but
a
yeah,
dumb move to instantly level yourself to high max level because you won't know what you're doing.
True.
The
yeah.
point of leveling is so you learn all your skills and you want to do what, like when. And it's like, oh, I'm instantly level 110 was what it's going to be in Legion. And you're like, oh, well, I can just, I don't know what any of these skills do. I made a
Plus, there's the
friggin'
sense of accomplishment that you're, I guess,
demon
you're-
hunter, and
or
now I don't know what
false
all these skills do.
accomplishment.
And now I'm going to clog up looking for groups DPS and not be able to do anything.
Honestly, I disagree with that because I never leveled a rogue past. I got my rogue maybe 5 levels. What did we cap at? 85 when we played?
80. Well, 85 was Cataclysm.
Okay,
but
well, I played 85. But
I didn't really
The
do
chunk of our time was 80.
yeah.
And I got my character at like, I think I got him at 80, honestly. I don't think I leveled him at all. And it honestly took me maybe a month to really jump into the PvP part of the rogue.
I feel like that's probably part of the reason why Monty didn't like you is because he like suspected that you weren't legit.
He didn't know that. He had no idea.
Yeah, but you just suddenly showed up like you're like level 80 character.
It doesn't matter. A lot of people did.
Yeah, but I got in I got in earlier on Cody's.
I know, but
wasn't
the way I got in
70.
was John D was like, "Yeah, it's my buddy that did a server change," which is
Oh,
true
yeah,
because I
'cause-
did because Ange, who had the character before me, wasn't on Destro, so it was his buddy that did a server change. It just wasn't Ange. Like he didn't fucking know that.
I thought he just didn't like
He just didn't like me. He was a fucking prick. But anyway,
He's a yoga instructor now. He found his center.
I thought he was like a guitar teacher or something, wasn't he?
No, that's me.
No, I
Joe
know,
and
but
Dylan, do you guys remember the first time you came over to my house and saw me playing World
Yeah.
of Warcraft after
Yes.
CCD?
Joe Birch
after
Hill. That was
Sunday
my-
school.
I got the free trial, and I was like, "Dad, could I use your credit card?" And he was like, "No, fucking faggot." And he used to turn the Wi-Fi off because me
Oh,
and Mike would
yeah.
play it so much. You remember that?
Yeah, your brother was like, I
can't
gotta
believe-
move out.
I know. He was like 17.
Yeah, I remember like
I
on
can't
some
believe you just
random
said that,
summer
Steve. That's
afternoon
so
of all
funny.
sitting in your living room or bedroom trying to figure out how do we get the Wi-Fi back on? Instead of like being out doing something.
Because we would spend so much time playing that game.
we would stay up till
I know, but he
3,
would
4,
like
5 in the morning, and then we'd all sleep until like 11, 12.
And just
then,
play.
and then we'd play for like an hour or two. We'd all get up, go get lunch together, go out for a little while.
And they'd be like,
and then
"You
by
wanna
like
go play
5
WoW?"
o'clock, we'd be like, all right, boys, time to wrap it up. Call it a night, head home. No, or we'd hang out at night, and then at midnight we'd get home, be like, okay.
I would hear the birds
What's up?
every goddamn morning
Yeah.
playing that game.
Yep, 3 of us. Me,
It was
Every
the
bird.
summer after we graduated high school.
Right, so there was a special emphasis on just like, I'm gonna do whatever I want all summer because I'm going to college and that's gonna be scary.
I wrote a paper about it. My dad cried when he read it.
Really?
Yeah, about like us like hanging out for the last summer because we all thought we would never see each other again. Look at us now.
I do.
Dude,
See
I
in 4
remember-
years. See in 4 years, dude.
I thought we were never going to see each other again, and then seriously, 2 Fridays after, like 2 weeks later, we were all just hanging out again. Everyone came home,
Yeah.
and we were like, "Oh yeah, we all went to school in the same state, like within like 25 minutes of our house." Yeah, but like your dad just didn't understand. I think that it was like we were hanging out, like. It was a social experience. He thought like, no, they're just staying in playing video games, like
Right.
not enjoying the summer, not enjoying the outside. And it's like a weird generational thing, which I'm sure like we're gonna be old crotchety fucks about eventually, like when kids are sitting inside on Oculus Rift like 10 years from now,
Right.
being like, no, it's way nicer
Which-
day
and
on
that's gonna-
Oculus Rift
yeah,
than it
that's-
is outside, Dad. You don't know.
That's gonna be way worse though.
Give me away. Back in my day, you used to have a controller.
But yeah, he
the
used to get so
DualShock
mad.
2.
He used to get so mad.
Luigi's Mansion.
It was mostly directed toward my brother though, which I didn't mind obviously, but
Sure.
I was just like, I'm just as bad, and he hasn't really said anything to me. But eventually, it would have came my way. But he got
you're
over
his
it.
favorite, Joe. You're named after him.
No, I don't. I think he likes Mike more. I hope he doesn't listen to this. This would be really awkward.
How come he named you the Joe and not the
Yeah,
firstborn?
I've always wondered
I've
that,
always
too.
wanted to know that too.
Because I don't actually have a real answer for that,
All right.
but I've thought about that before. And my guess is that his brother's name, my uncle's name is Mike. And I think he wanted to name him after his brother because his brother was like, yeah, I'm not naming my kid after me. So my dad was like, all right, I'll name him after my brother. And my parents they thought they were going to have another kid, which ended up being a girl, which was my sister, obviously. I was a complete fucking mistake.
Me too.
They've told me that no.
Same.
They've told me that so many times. So they were like, when we had you and we found out you were a boy, they were just like, yeah, we might as well name him that because we're not having another kid.
I was-
like,
I
no
was-
way that's happening.
I was well planned. My parents, they had 2 girls, and then they really, really wanted a son. My dad
You
wanted
were
a son
perfect, dude.
to throw the ball around once so he could play sports, something he could be proud of. Sorry, Dad, I disappointed you.
Yeah.
I'm on a podcast about video games.
Oh my god, your uncle got married.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I saw that on Facebook and I was like, Uncle Chris got married to that girl.
yeah, my namesake. Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
I've met that lady before.
Yeah.
I remember when we met. I was like, she's really cool. I like her a lot,
Yeah,
dude.
they hang out at my house sometimes.
Good. Congrats. He doesn't live there anymore.
No, he still does. I think he's moving out.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
nice.
getting his life
Good
together.
for him. He's the
Well, no,
man.
he's not getting his life together. He's got that together.
He's doing his
It's like
thing.
his physical things.
Yeah.
He's getting those things together.
That rules, though. That's awesome. I remember meeting her and being like, "This chick's pretty cool." That's
yeah, her and
funny.
Elena, they hung out.
They did, yeah. They got like pretty drunk together.
Anyway, so that's the Chomp podcast about my uncle's marriage.
All right, what was your? This is got to be a full blown Warcraft episode.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I feel like this mic is drooping, by the way.
Like slowly drooping.
Yeah.
Put it up.
Fix it for me, Dylan.
It's just tangled up in your knuckle hair.
I'm going to
I don't know. Steve doesn't
kill
have
you.
any knuckle hair. I don't know where this is coming from.
I watched the gameplay trailer for Legion.
Oh, really?
it didn't really do anything for me. I was expecting to be like, oh, now I got to get back into WoW.
Yeah.
Versus Sense really stroking my hand. I was expecting to be like to see it and be like, oh, Demon Hunters looks sick. Like all this new stuff. Like I'm gonna, because I heard someone else who wasn't into WoW on like something else I was watching. Be like, oh, I'm really excited to play it now, and like I'm gonna definitely go back for like at least like a week or two. And I was just like, you know what? I don't really have any desire to play it.
Was it the normal, like their normal trailers, or is it like a
It wasn't
longer gameplay
CGI.
trailer?
It was just like.
But
here's
the
all
one that's
new-
like flashes like
Yeah,
the
it
level
was that
cap
one.
at you. And, so what's new? I know nothing about it.
what is it, 110?
Right? Yeah, I knew
There's
that.
a new continent, Demon Hunters. I feel like
Is
there was other
is Demon
stuff.
Hunters a new
Class, yeah,
For
but
both?
only for elves,
Oh, okay.
blood elves and night elves.
Okay.
But I was just like, I was expecting to be blown away and being like, oh, I'm gonna like have to get another trial for it, or like
Is the new
buy-
continent Draenor? Like, oh,
No, it's
that was the last one, right?
yeah. I don't know where it is. I wasn't really paying
What's the
attention.
Man,
name
I
of
keep
it?
adding continents. How big is this planet?
Well, what was the last one? Warlords of Draenor? I think it
Yeah.
was like time travel.
Yeah, that one was
like
like
alternate
that was
dimensions or something weird.
Outland. That was like, what the fuck? Outland? Outworld Mortal Kombat.
It's Outlands.
Outland, yeah. It was Outland
Draenor.
before it was Outland, when it was Inland.
It was Draenor. And now it's
Oh,
Outlands.
it's the outfield, like in baseball.
Right,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, we got it.
So wait, what's the title of this one?
Legion, because it's,
Just
about
Legion?
it's about the Burning Legion.
Just World of Warcraft Legion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, like I heard the name of it. I heard like Demon Hunters, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. I was like, I don't really think I'm gonna play it ever again.
I didn't like the whole thing of, I don't know, I guess it's just you grow out of it,
Yeah,
but
I think it's better for us to keep our memories where they are
Right.
and not tarnish it by trying to get them back.
because I liked the story. That was part of
yeah.
like what, and, I liked the fact that you were like in like a time period waiting for something to happen. There was a bad guy,
Yeah.
and it was cool at first because it was Illidan, right? That's his name in Burning Crusade.
Yeah.
He was a bad motherfucker. He was blind. That was sweet. And
Demon
then
Wear a
Hunters are.
bandana over his eyes.
yeah. And then it was like, but I always knew like there was one guy, like that guy Arthas from Warcraft 3, that he was still around, and that was going to be the next expansion. And then that finally came out, and he was supposed to be the badass to end all badasses, just the toughest dude ever, and he was cool as fuck. And then he died, and then they were like, "Man, but there's two more bad guys coming on the way," and I was like, "All right, yeah, whatever." And they go, "The world broke in half," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then they were like, "Oh yeah, now you get to go back to Outworld," and I don't even know who the bad guy.
Outlands.
Outlands. Outfield. And now they're just like, oh, now there's
no.
even more. Like,
You
they're
missed,
just like, I don't care anymore.
Mists of Pandaria came.
Oh, right. I forgot all
First.
about the panda one.
I honestly know nothing about them
Yeah.
besides the pandas.
That's the only one I know nothing about either. I've never seen anyone play that.
Do you
Never
know-
seen any videos on it.
Do
Nothing.
you know what the like ending raid was?
I have no idea.
No.
Yeah, I don't even care.
I don't know what
You
single
fight a
boss.
bunch of like stalks of bamboo.
No. And Jack Black plays the voice. He's
You
like,
have to try and convince your friends to like fuck because pandas don't have sex and they're
Wait.
going extinct.
"Are you serious?"
No, Joe, I'm
Oh,
not being
I don't
serious.
know.
Did you not know that about pandas though?
No, I didn't know that about pandas.
There's that line in Fight Club, right? They won't fuck to save their species. That could be from that movie. I don't know.
I think it is. I think I remember that.
I used to love doing the. I know they're kind of really boring, but the human quest line going through Elwyn Forest into was it Westfall, fighting the Defias bandits, whatever they're called.
And
What's his
Dead
name?
Mines.
Dead Mines. What's his Van Cleef?
Van Cleef. Edwin Van Cleef.
Dead Mines ruled.
Dead Mines was.
But following that
kick
storyline, I
ass.
think it was like my third character going through there. I finally started reading the text of the quests
Yeah.
and realizing that there was
Nerd.
somebody put a lot of effort into writing those stories. We're all on a video game podcast. You guys don't get to call me a nerd.
I just want to let everyone know that Chris is the biggest nerd here in the podcast.
I mean, that's not. I am wearing a Game of Thrones shirt.
Chris is a nerd.
And I have a ponytail.
You
Following
wish.
the following
In
the.
a watch.
All right, guys. I don't remember what I was
Nerd.
talking about.
And a dumb bracelet. You're finally reading the quest.
Just
you're
get
a
the
nerd, you like to
fuck
read.
out of here, dude.
Don't those quests go all the way to the Plague Lands and
They
Stratholme?
go really far. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And once
so.
I realized that like got me through a whole like leveling process.
And you got
Realizing-
mad rep, dude.
Oh yeah.
Can
Yeah.
you even get rep anymore? Is that like a thing?
I think so. Why wouldn't it be? You need
Like,
to balance
the
them out.
quest line
Because
would
it's
die out
hard,
for a
and they're
while.
like, "Man, people can't do things that are hard. They won't want to play anymore."
That's true.
Like, I guarantee you
Probably
can't do
just
that
easier.
anymore.
I bet
They
you
probably
just-
got rid of fucking dailies.
Speaking
like-
of quests and me being a
They have
huge
it in
nerd,
bed, how else you can do anything?
I'm gonna take a small diversion.
I don't know.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion. We've all played it. And this could apply. What?
Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion.
Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So anyway, I remember one of my favorite, honestly, memories. It's a similar time period in our lives. I remember going into a random inn to save in that game. Like you had to sleep in a bed to level up. So I, for some reason, decided to go into this little inn, and it was like a little boat on a dock that somebody had like converted into an inn.
In the waterfront district
Yeah.
of the Imperial City.
That's
I know
right.
exactly what you're getting
That's
at.
right.
Yep.
And I now going into that quest now, with the internet being what it is and like the gaming community or whatever, I probably would have known all about this, but I had no fucking clue. I just randomly decided to pay to sleep in a bed so that I could level up my character instead of just finding a bed to sleep in for free. So I went in, paid, go to sleep. This quest would only activate if you slept for more than 3 hours. I only needed to sleep for 1 hour in order to level up, but for whatever reason, I just decided to sleep for like 3 or 4 hours. I wake up and the boat has been taken over by pirates.
I actually remember this.
And this
Okay.
quest just initiates, and you do whatever you do, and you get the pirates off. And there's a bunch of different ways you can handle it, or like 2 different ways you
It's
can handle
super early into the game, right?
it. Yeah, or for me,
Could
it
be
was
whenever.
super late. No, I had no clue that this existed.
I did that super early into the game.
But just having that kind of cool random experience,
yeah,
I've always
dude.
loved that. I think that's what made me love that game.
Random
so much.
events. Random events.
And
are
then I
awesome.
started looking for that kind of stuff because this was such a like a random encounter. Like literally, I had no clue. This would
Games
happen.
didn't do that
I
back
could have
then.
gone to the inn down the road or whatever, but instead I picked this one and I freaking triggered a quest that I otherwise may have never heard
Yeah.
of. And now it's one of my favorite memories.
What was the name of the guy for the first Dark Brotherhood quest that you had to kill? In that
Rufio.
Rufio, yeah.
Yeah,
Rufio's
like the
dagger.
shitty band.
Yep. Yeah.
Is he the guy who was like sleeping in the inn and they're like,
Yes.
take this dagger?
That's where I thought. That's what I thought you were going there.
That's probably the best quest line in any Elder Scrolls game. Is
What,
that
the Dark Brotherhood?
Oblivion Dark Brotherhood.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I
You have to
agree.
kill everyone. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Dude, the fucking
That's just the
When
beginning.
you sneak into the guy's house and you have to
cut
he's
the
sitting
thing
in
off
his-
and he's sitting in his chair. Yeah. That one rules. My
But
favorite one
he
is
has
the party.
mounted head.
Yeah, you sneak in. You sneak in through his basement, and then you have to go between like you go up his stairs, try
Into
to
his
get around
attic.
him. He's
The
having a
crawl-
conversation. Dylan
What
took
are
his
you
shirt off.
doing?
It's hot in here, dude.
Oh my
It's
God.
August.
You sneak into his basement.
Look at you with your shirt out.
You look around.
Look at those nipples.
You're gonna keep talking about his nipples. I'm gonna keep talking about the Dark Brotherhood.
Everyone keep
You go up the
talking.
stairs. You open the door all quietly. Get your new dagger, Sufferthorn, that I believe that they just give you right before that quest.
Wait a minute. There was an option to do something different, and you would get a bonus reward in that quest. I don't remember what it
It was that way, I think. I think that was how you got the bonus. You could kill him normally, you wouldn't get the bonus.
You needed to cut the head
you
off.
Cut
Yeah,
the like
that-
board's head
that
down.
gave you the bonus,
Yeah,
I
you
think.
sneak in. He's having an argument with his bodyguard or something like that.
Yeah.
He's this orc guy.
This
And you have to, like,
axe-swinging
You have to
badass.
be chill. You have to be chill and
Yep.
not let him hear you. And you sneak up the stairs. And there's a little crawl space you can go into. And then you come out on this little like balcony over
Mm-hmm.
his living room where this guy's sitting in his chair, being stupid, looking at nothing like
And then
an
you're just
idiot.
like, what?
Like an absolute idiot.
That was the best.
And then you have
man.
you loosen the ties, and then the boar's head or whatever it was will fall on his head and kill him. Then you just sneak out like, wow. And then the orc bodyguard runs in like, oh no!
How did this happen?
Yeah,
My favorite Dark
Those were
Brotherhood
so creative.
was the one where you go to the party
Yeah. Yes.
and you have to be the killer, but you have to act like you don't know who the killer is. That one is unbelievable.
That one's funny because if you get to the end, and
the
it's
guy's
just-
like, wait a minute, I'm not the killer. So, wait a minute, you must be the killer. Like, he
Oh, no,
just
he
has this
doesn't attack
epiphany.
you though. He's like,
No.
all I know is that I'm not the killer. So
Yeah,
and then it just ends.
if you play it right, you can like the guy will just like which one I think it's the red guard guy
Maybe.
is like the one that you can like buddy up with, and then like you can like trick people into killing each other and like do all sorts of stuff. And then
Yeah.
you just like, well, I know you're not the killer, and I'm not the killer, so it must have just done something else. Like we can go, and you're like, yeah, we totally can. And then you knife him in the back because you have
I
to kill
used to know
everybody.
my like story for that by heart. The way that everything went down. It was just random amount of events or whatever. Killing somebody and having somebody else fall asleep in the bed right next to it and not notice the body. Like I knew step by step everything that happened because it seemed like it was so crazy to me. That was the beauty of that game. Seemingly endless things happening. Obviously now we see the limitations, but back then I thought it was like the coolest thing in the world.
The big limitation I noticed from Oblivion to Skyrim is that when you're talking to somebody, the world stops.
Stop right there,
In
criminal
Oblivion.
scum.
Yeah, that was something that I loved about Skyrim.
Me too. That you can see people doing other things behind you, and the world was still happening. That was a huge improvement, and that didn't happen in Fallout, right? That Fallout 3 and New Vegas, that they didn't have that. in
Yeah,
that
but
engine.
4 is
No,
going to be like
before
that.
Skyrim.
yeah,
yeah.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like when 4 has that, that's going to be a huge deal.
Did you
in
guys hear that
Fallout
Fallout
2.
4 gameplay leaked to Pornhub?
Yeah, I saw that online today. I don't know what does that even mean.
I don't know. I haven't seen it. I have no
What
idea.
happened
but it's funny
was
to me.
that what was it, Gamescom? Whichever one, what was the
that
most
was the most recent conference. Yeah.
So they had shown gameplay, but they weren't like letting it out to the public at all. Like you weren't allowed to film it. and obviously people would film it with their like phones or whatever, and they kept putting it online on websites, but like it would get taken down like instantly. Like Bethesda would take it down, and I guess the only one that like didn't get taken down that fast was the one someone put it up on Pornhub. They gave it some like porn name too, like man in like tight pants like gets railed by something like that. I don't remember the exact
I
thing.
love that video.
But they did something like that so that like if you would like you know if Bethesda was looking for stuff, they wouldn't find it
Right.
on Pornhub.
One of their employees was actually just Googling, man in tight pants gets railed. What the fuck?
The man
Todd Howard, get down here.
the man in tight pants part is accurate. The rest of it I don't remember.
Yeah. Really? Is Man in Tight Pants?
That's was part of the title, yeah.
Dude, that should be the name
Because
of the podcast.
obviously, yeah, it should be.
Man in tight pants.
Just the one man. Yeah, that's basically all it was. Someone just put it up there so that people could watch it.
I hope that, I don't know if it's going to be in Fallout, but weird wonky shit like in Skyrim. I loved that they added that the world kept moving when you were in conversation, but sometimes there'd be like a dragon attacking the town and this blacksmith guy's still just like staring at you blankly while everyone's burning and shit. And I wish that like there would be some stuff that would break conversation.
He's still telling you about his dumb day that you didn't ask about in the first place, and there's a dragon.
You have to
burning
ask
down
him
his
about
house.
it for him to bring up the conversation.
Like
Don't be like that.
I wish that there was like in Fallout, I think it would just make my day if you were talking to some random NPC in some random town and you're mid conversation with them and he just gets like shot in the head by raiders and then the town just getting
I think
attacked by
actually
raiders.
probably can happen.
I hope it can, because that would make my fucking day. It's like, yeah, whatever, you lose out on the dialogue, make a new character, find him again. But if that
Protect
could
him
just
better this
happen,
time.
if that could just happen randomly where some guy's talking to you and he just eats a bullet, that would be hilarious. What are you guys
It
looking
would be
at?
pretty funny. I don't know. I just,
Nothing. I was just testing my internet on my computer in here.
Now's not the time, Joe.
I know it's not very good. I got to do something about it.
Maybe get internet.
Maybe get my own internet instead of using my landlord's. But that'll be that's later. We don't need to talk.
You
about
guys
that.
still playing Rocket League?
I haven't played
Yeah, I
since
just
I
played.
moved.
Yeah, I have been playing a lot of Rocket League.
one trophy away from getting the platinum.
Really?
The
Congrats.
500 kilometers one.
Oh yeah, did they fix that so you can do it?
Yeah,
online
I'm
now?
pretty close to it. I just haven't really been playing too much. I was
Yeah.
playing Terra because I finally got into it. Like, more into it.
What
Then
do
I
you
went back.
play in Rocket League? Like, what's your go-to mode?
I just do play online, whatever. I don't really care.
Oh, you just do like, do you
Any
like,
of the main four.
you
do.
select all of them and
Yep.
then whatever you get, you go to?
Mhm.
Oh,
I don't really care. I like them all.
I don't like. I really only do duels now, ranked.
Yeah. I don't really play ranked at all.
What? I don't understand. Like, why do you like duels so much?
I
I feel like it's not really that competitive.
what? How?
I feel like working with a teammate is way more
Yeah,
competitive.
but most of the time when I work with random pugs, everyone just dives for the ball.
So you play
like me.
you play duels because you can't
I'm a
trust
pro.
a pug.
pretty much, but I also
Have you played like duels or standard with people that you know?
no.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, me and Steve did once.
that's far and away the best. way
Yeah,
to play,
but I feel
think.
like I need to get a mic to communicate with my teammates.
You don't have a
and
mic?
I do. It doesn't work. The one that came with my PS4 doesn't really work.
Um,
Yes, I turned it on.
No, I was just say if you have any headphones that have a microphone on them.
I don't. I mean, I could get one.
I'm
It's
just
not
saying,
like a
if
deal
you,
breaker.
like if say you just went and bought a pair of headphones that have a mic on them, and you can plug them into your controller and it'll work.
no,
How do you not have a pair of headphones with a microphone on them?
I mean, I've had them in my past, but I moved like you moved, and I had
Yeah,
to.
good point.
And I had to like, it can only fit X amount of shit, and some
Yeah.
things didn't make the cut.
Like this fucking room has so much stuff in boxes. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this shit. It's giving me
get some
fucking
shelving.
anxiety. Yeah, I could do
Just
that.
get some shelving, put it along the wall, throw your shit in it.
I could do that. I hung up that TB12 picture.
Perfect. That's all.
For y'all who can't see it, there's a TB12 picture hung up
It's
in
a
the
signed
studio.
picture of Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's signed.
The New England
You know what?
Patriots.
He doesn't sign shit anymore. He stopped
yeah?
signing stuff after he was like 28 or something like that.
I got
He's
an
too cool.
autographed
Not because he
football
was too
from him.
cool.
Because
he
he's
was.
too handsome.
Yeah, but you know a guy.
I got an
That's
autographed
different.
football from him right after the Baltimore
The
game.
Gen Pub doesn't get SIGs
Right.
from TB12.
Gen Pub.
I just abbreviated that whole sentence. The Gen Pub doesn't get TB12 SIGs
Good.
because he doesn't have time for that, dude. But I did. I got. You can even tell how old that is. I got that. That was either after the second or third Super Bowl, but that was the first thing I did when I got here. I was like, I'm hanging that.
Dude, I
fucking
love that
picture
he
up.
just wrote like Tom and then a B and then just a loop.
Yeah.
That's
I
he's
think
like
he was trying to drop football.
No, he was trying to write my name. He was like, "Oh, this is for my number one fan."
He accidentally drew a heart and he was like, oh, Giselle's
Hold
nearby.
on, hold on. So I found the title of what the video is on Pornhub. Its hidden camera shows audience teased by big butt man in tights live.
Sweet.
Did they take it down yet?
I'm not sure because when I clicked on Pornhub link with Fallout 4, there was like 3 videos of Fallout 4, and then there was Fallout porn, and I was not going to look at that anymore.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it. We'll put it on the podcast. Just put the audio on.
We'll go silent for a few minutes and let everyone just
Listen to
imagine what we're thinking.
Yeah, go ahead, Steve.
No, I'm not doing it. It was made in game. It's too weird for me.
Is anybody playing anything else?
Well, one more thing about duels is I'm also a ball hog in Rocket League, right? And so the fact that there were 2 other ball hogs, it was just like I didn't want any part of it. So I feel like it's the most competitive, especially once you get into the pro bracket or like whatever skill, what is it called, like skill level or whatever it ranks you on. Once you start getting matched up with people who are around your skill level, it is like, dude, it is furious. Like, because if you whiff on one move, the rest of the fucking court's open, and you can get scored on. It's
The
a
pitch,
court.
man.
Whatever, pitch. It's not baseball.
No, that's what a soccer field is called. It's a soccer pitch.
Oh, the soccer field?
Soccer pitch.
Called it the field.
Footy pitch.
Footy pitch.
Well, how's... I keep like, that's what the soccer thing's called.
Well, you know what?
the
It's not
soccer
soccer.
thing.
It's Rocket League.
Yeah, but it's soccer.
All right, whatever. Either way, if you're...
Could be NASCAR too, Steve.
My ear! It's not NASCAR.
ears, not the microphone.
There's no ball in NASCAR. You're the one who put the mic directly in
Yeah,
front
there's
of
no
me.
cars in soccer, you fucking idiot. So like,
No, but there's teams of people scoring goals with a giant ball.
And having
Right.
fun.
And there's cars driving around crashing into each other in NASCAR.
Yeah, but it's...
The same goddamn thing.
No, it's not, because Rocket League isn't a race. It's a soccer match played with cars.
I did see on Reddit
Yeah,
that
I know that, Steve, but NASCAR isn't about the race anyway. It's
people
about the
said they
crashes.
would love a
It's
racing
about
mode.
the advertisements.
Right. Yeah, I know, seriously. They do that in soccer too, though, actually. They
every
put
other
advertisements on jerseys, and then they have way less commercials. And I'm down with that, NHL. So get on that shit. Because that would be way... Or NFL, for that matter.
Yeah.
Because the NFL has way too many commercials.
Oh, it's
so if they were
disgusting.
like...
Football's super short.
Yeah, kind of.
15-minute game. They just have to
Yeah.
keep stopping.
It's on a 15-minute
No,
game.
I know.
But...
It's like a 45-minute game.
Yeah.
Yeah. However, if they were like, yeah, we could put advertisements on the jerseys and not have as many commercials, I would.
An hour game.
Who would not be okay with that?
Everyone who advertises for doing football?
I mean, as a fan.
No, all
'Cause
fans would love it, but they're not going to do it.
some soccer fans complain about that shit.
Well, international
Footy fans.
hockey leagues
Speed.
do that.
Let's be, appreciative of our foreign listeners.
Of our footy fans. Hashtag footy fans. Check that on Pornhub. Put that in the Pornhub search bar, Steve.
Dude, Rex Ryan's a hashtag footy fan.
Who's
Just-
Rex Ryan?
Nerd!
Oh my god.
I don't even watch football.
There's no
You
way.
can't just say people's names on a video game podcast and expect everybody listening to have
Mo-
any idea what you're talking about.
I'd say 90% of people know who Rex Ryan.
Never heard of him.
We could go ask Elena in the next room. She'd know who Rex Ryan was.
This doesn't answer my question.
I'm not answering.
He was,
Google it.
No, I'm not even. You can figure it out.
He was the coach for the New York Jets. And
Now
now
he's the
he's
coach for the New York Bills.
Why would
Buffalo
I know or
Bills.
care about that?
The New York
the
Bills.
New York Bills.
That should be their name. The Massachusetts
Oh my
Patriots and the New York Bills.
The New York Bills, the New York Giants, the New York Jets. Those are all real.
Garbage.
The
They get
Bills.
3 teams.
They always do.
I know. I hate
In
it.
every sport.
Whatever.
Yeah. And they all suck. All of them. Literally, they all suck. I mean, the Giants are.
Except for the
they're all right.
Yankees.
Yeah.
Historically.
Yeah. Well,
And the Jets had Joe Namath. And
yeah, but they
the
only
Bills
won one
lost
Super Bowl.
4 Super Bowls in a row. 4, right?
The Giants have been historically very good, but other than that, you're right.
Can I say that again? The Bills lost
Yeah, they lost 4.
Super Bowls in a row.
They also had O.J. Simpson on their team.
Dude, the man.
Yeah. He was the Juice. He was fucking sick. The man, the myth, the murderer. Juice. He was a very good running back, actually.
Yeah, he
and
was.
I'm pretty sure he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, or he was going to be until he killed that woman.
He didn't do it, but if he did.
If he did, yeah.
This is
His
exactly
book.
how it would go down.
That was his
What a
book.
dick.
If I did it, or something like that. Wasn't that the book he was
Yeah,
in?
yeah, something like that.
Crazy guy.
Yeah,
Like,
he is crazy.
The Pats had O.J. Simpson though. They had their version of O.J. Simpson.
Oh, Aaron Hernandez?
Hey,
yeah,
Ron.
except it didn't take 2 trials to get Aaron Hernandez thrown in jail.
He wasn't a great criminal.
He was the... Dude, what a big dumb idiot.
big dumb idiot.
He just shot 2 guys and was like, nah, they won't find out.
I'm famous. I'll get away with it.
That's why you won't get away with it, especially now.
Yeah, he's a pretty big sped.
Was he in any Maddens?
Jesus, Joe.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah. He was
So-
in the league since like he played in the 2011 Super Bowl, so he was in the league for at least 2011. He was in the league since
Well,
like probably 09.
You know how if you play like NHL 2015 and you go and like say like it's in the mid season and a player gets traded, if you're playing online, the trade
The roster
goes through.
updates, yeah.
If you're playing like Madden 2011 online, I'm not sure not a lot of people do, but
I think
for the
they
sake of
honestly,
argument,
I think once the new version of the game comes out,
they just
they
abandon
cancel
that.
the service for the previous ones.
Yeah.
So whichever one was out at the time, I'm sure when they updated it, he wasn't online. But if you went back to like 09 or like 10, he would definitely still be
Yeah,
on it.
that'd be creepy.
And he would be good because he was sick.
He
in
was
real
good.
life.
If only he didn't murder dudes.
Yeah. Well, they're good. They won without him. They don't need him. Let's
True.
talk about video games now. Well, we talked
That is
about
a video
Madden. Yeah,
game.
Madden's a video game, Chris.
Rex Ryan's a
Don't give me
video
that
game
look.
character too.
Who's Rex Ryan? That's how this, that's how this whole thing started.
I'm glad I don't know who that is.
What a name. Rex Ryan. You think it'd be like Ryan Rex.
Let's go get a goddamn snack. That's all I care about that he says. That was funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, Steve.
Hey, thanks. I don't have anything else to say.
Wait, we were talking about random like encounters and stuff. Do you remember in WoW, to bring this back to WoW, do you remember we were in Plagueland, Steve, and we were at lower levels, and there was, I think we were maybe level like 40, and there was
Way
a
too low
level
for
50. Plaguelands. Yeah, what did I say?
Yeah, no, I said way too lower
Oh,
level.
sorry.
No, I didn't. You were right.
Right, we were too low of a level, and there was a 50 elite like world spawn that we found, and me and you just kited the thing, and we killed it.
Yeah, we had to have been higher level because I think at that point we wouldn't have been able to damage it.
No, well, yeah, it was red though. I
Yeah,
know
it
that
was
it was
too
red.
high for us, but
and
we
we had
fucked-
misses.
We
Like,
did a lot of crazy stuff with the two of us.
but that was dope. Like the infamous gigantic dragon in Duskwood.
Yeah.
Like they kind of cut that kind of stuff out too, which I
Yeah, I don't. Cause
Oh, I
I
forgot about that.
I never
thing.
played Cataclysm. I
I
went up to
played
the
it,
patch
but-
before it, and then that's when I stopped.
oh really?
So I've never played any of the expansions after it, so I don't know like how different it is.
Can we talk about the Dragon of Duskwood really quick? My perception of that thing when I was a low level, I didn't know it was part of a quest or anything like that. It was just a hidden path in like these really dark, spooky woods that led up into this I guess, small area of mountains or whatever. And you go down into a valley beyond the mountains, and then there's just a spooky dragon in there, killing everybody, doing its thing. I thought that was the coolest, creepiest, most mysterious thing in the world
It's because it was.
of Warcraft.
Yeah. And they probably don't even do that anymore. That's
Right.
probably invisible to you now if you're not high enough level.
Yeah.
That's why that
Exactly.
game stinks. Because there's no sense of adventure because you can't walk up to that thing and get your motherfucking ass kicked. Because they don't want that. Because people who play video games now are big fat pussies. And they're going to quit after they get killed by that.
Do you still have to run back?
That could
to
be
your
the
corpse?
Heineken talking, Chris. Or that could be my real opinion. I don't know.
I believe you.
I think you still have the right course. Yeah, I don't think they've changed any of that stuff.
Good.
But Fallout 4 is going to be, I think, like that, where it's like you might accidentally stumble across an area that's way too high level for you, and you're just going to get destroyed.
New Vegas had that.
Yeah,
If you go the wrong
Isn't
way
there
out
a
of Good
Deathclaw
Springs.
town in Fallout 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
there's
that's
one in Vegas too.
the that's like a Deathclaw pit in Fallout 3.
Deathclaw Sanctuary.
In New Vegas, if you go the wrong way out of the starting area, you end up in like Deathclaw Valley.
I actually know exactly what you're talking about, and I barely played that game. It's probably because I spent all my time at Deathclaw Valley.
Well, it kind of I didn't really like that decision like that early on because it sort of forced you to go a certain way, like out of the like. That's one of my favorite things about Skyrim is like, yeah, hey, don't go to
Well,
Whiterun. Go the opposite direction
Yeah.
and have your adventure be that. Circle back to Whiterun. Then you're gonna be at level 15 by the time you start the main quest, and then it's gonna actually
Well, I never
be
go
fun.
to Whiterun first. I always went to Riverwood.
Yeah, exactly. That's the opposite way you can go. Or
No,
you can
that's
just
the right
It's
way.
the-
That's
it's
where you're
the
supposed
village,
to go.
the smaller
technically.
village on your way to
Oh,
Whiterun.
right. But then if you go,
Yeah.
if you go west
But
from
usually,
there,
what would happen is I would go to Riverwood, talk to the blacksmith, steal all of his stuff, take all of his stuff, because he's like, you can have whatever you want. And I was like, I want to have everything. And then I'd be like, all right, see, I'm going to go the other way. Now that I've just robbed you of all of your goods and money, I'm going to go not do what you told me to do and go explore.
There was that infamous thing in the first Dark Souls. This game is already like, it has a reputation of being hard, so people going into it just assume they're going to get their asses kicked. You go through the tutorial area, and then you come to the first like safe point, like the bonfire, the hub world, basically. And if you go right, you go up a hill, you fight some like skeletal warriors, and then you go into the castle, you do your thing, whatever, you continue on with the game. But from that very first area, if you go to the left, you're going to see some wimpy-looking skeletons hanging out in a graveyard, but they are way, way, way too hard level. And a ton of people, one of our friends, Bill, went that way, and he was just like, he'd be texting me like, dude, I've died like 40 times. I've been doing this for 3 hours. Like, I don't understand. I think this game's too hard. Like, he didn't want to give up on it, but he was just like, it's too hard. I don't get it. And I was like, they're just the first area.
Yeah.
It's not hard. But tons of people were just walking left instead of right, and it's really close to the opening area, but you just get murked
I
by
actually
skeletons.
I did that in Dark Souls. And then who's the first guy you fight at that first fire? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Is it a man?
yeah.
Yes.
You don't. If it's the guy I'm thinking of, you don't have to fight him. The guy who
You
just sits
don't.
there and mocks you.
You don't. Yeah, but if you challenge him, he fights you and he can kick your fucking ass.
Yeah.
And I remember I tried fighting him for like over an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and I could not beat him. And then finally, I lured him across the fucking, like across the way onto a ledge, and he lunged at me and fell off the ledge, and I got credit for the kill, and I was like, yes, I was so fucking happy.
because
dude.
you are being grossly incandescent.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
like grossly incandescent is a good thing. That's the sun.
I don't know.
Only I can be so gross incandescent.
Yeah,
That's what
if only,
Solaire
man.
says. And he teaches, if you get that fucking spell from his, what the hell they're called? Covenant?
Yeah.
That just makes the game so much easier.
Yeah. Well,
that
so
spell-
does using magic.
Yeah, but like that's because I didn't use magic on my character, but I got that because I leveled up Solaire's Covenant, obviously, because who doesn't side with Solaire? And he gives you the like lightning bolt spell, and then you can just like destroy everything. Like,
Lightning
in that
bolt.
game, like you only have
Lightning
like
bolt.
12,
Lightning bolt.
you have 12 casts of it, but like that's enough to like 3 of those take care of a boss, like full health to nothing.
Really.
It reminds me, actually, I want
Lightning
to
bolt.
tell a story about Dark Souls 2, which I know is less popular, but I played that game the first time as a sword and shield, as everyone usually does.
Sword and board.
Really quick.
Sword and board.
Me and Steve have had Dark Souls 2 LAN parties.
We did.
Brought his TV and his PS3 over to my
I did. I
house.
had a
we
small
sat next to
TV.
each other, so we could try to party together.
That
and
never
it
worked.
Never worked.
We should have tried with Bloodborne. It would have been easier. But
Yeah.
so there's like a guy you fight. Have you played Dark Souls 2, Dylan?
No.
All right. There's a guy you can fight. There's like 3 of them I think in the game. They're like mini bosses sort of. But I didn't know that. But you can fight one, and he's like a big knight with a huge sword and shield, obviously.
Is this the guy who comes down on like the bird? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
but you can. There's another area you can fight him
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
different. And I found him by accident. And I was like, I'm gonna fight this boss. So the first game through, it took me like 30 tries to finally beat him because he would kill you and you would lose health, and he had a move where he stabbed you and it would make you permanently lose health. Finally beat him, and I was like, this is awesome. Second playthrough, I made a magic character, and you can or a priest, and you can start off with the lightning bolt spell, or you can learn it pretty quickly. I walked into that same area with that guy, threw 3 lightning bolts and killed him. Didn't get hit once. He didn't come close to me. I
Damn.
threw a spell. He got stunned. Threw another spell. Couldn't do anything. Third one finished him off. I was like, oh,
That's stupid.
magic is overpowered. Well, it's because at first you can't do anything. Like, because you start off with like the weakest spell in the game, which is like magic arrows. And they like, you need like 3 of them to kill
Right.
one person. You have 12 of them. So like you can kill 4 people, and then you have to resort to having like a short sword and no shield because magic users don't start off with shields. But once you get to a certain point where you have a lot of spells, it's just like that game's a joke.
Yeah. Well, it kind of like robs you of the experience of.
Yeah,
Dying
that's
over
why it
and
was
over
nice
again.
doing it on my second playthrough, where it was like, oh,
Yeah.
I've already beaten it.
Right.
Now
yeah.
I can just be overpowered and kill everything.
Yeah, I think that's the value of like New Game Plus. Was it a New Game Plus?
No, it was just
You
a new
made it
game.
a whole new character.
Whole
right?
new character.
Yeah. Okay. But either way, like just going through a game again, you can kind of explore all the areas you didn't get to the first time and do things differently. That's why I like those, big giant games like the Fallouts and the
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls and Dark Souls and
You gotta play Bloodborne, dude.
Bloodborne. I know. I've been sitting on Bloodborne, just like I'm gonna sit on Phantom Pain.
Well, you should play Bloodborne. 'Cause It's really fun.
2 weeks away. Metal Gear Solid 5: Phantom Pain. I'm dreaming about it.
Chris will be on the podcast.
Did you see the GIF of the little puppy?
Didi?
Yeah, it's
Diamond
like
Dog?
it's
Snake holding the puppy?
no, it's like it's just there's the puppy off to the side and Snake just like walks toward him and the puppy's all like super excited to see him. It's like bee and it's like runs toward him and it's this little pup.
Wearing an eye patch?
It's cute, yeah,
Yeah.
it's very cute. I can't wait.
I can't wait, dude.
That game's gonna suck.
You suck.
Everyone in this room knows that's not true, Joe,
No,
including you.
I'm kidding. It's gonna be good. I'm not gonna play it though. 'cause
I played
don't know.
Ground Zeroes, the prologue to it, a lot.
It's coming out on PC, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Everyone, when Ground Zeroes came out, they charged like $40 or for it on PS4 for physical copy, and it's like a 2-hour game. But I've gotten probably 20 to 30 hours out of that game, replaying different missions,
It's a-
trying to 100% it.
It's a 2-hour game.
It's like
Ground Zero is
Yeah.
the one that came out before, not this
the
one.
prologue version that came out.
I know, but that's
It
It's-
wasn't a full like price.
Yeah,
game.
I mean, it will. 2 hours. That's not really to get everything, to get the full story, to unlock all like the audio tapes that will give you the information you want.
Right.
You have to put a lot of time in, and I've loved like every second I played of that game because there's so many ways to approach Camp Omega. That's the only place you can go to. Is just big military base that you're sneaking onto. But there's so many different things to do there, and I guess I just somehow find a new way to be entertained every time I play it. So that's probably the fact that like I think the Phantom Pain is 200 times bigger.
Holy
It's
shit.
gonna ruin my life, just like The Witcher did, which just got a new game plus, by the way. So
You're fucked, man. Your entire life is just
entire life's
gone. I'm gonna play Super Mario Maker though.
When's
That's
that come
come
out?
September 11th, I believe.
Ooh.
Maybe no, I think it's the 11th. It's either the 10th or the 11th. But when that comes out, dude. That's like the game I've been waiting for my entire life.
That's another
No,
thing.
I'm not even kidding. Like I'm not joking whatsoever. That's the game I've been waiting for my entire life.
It's a similar thing to like how we were saying that like Blizzard took all the things you could do in WoW illegally and just put them in the game. It's
Yeah.
just, I mean, people have been modding Super Mario for years,
Right,
and
but
years. is that kind of the idea? Like you make your own levels and share them and
Exactly,
stuff?
but it's totally different because this is going to make the franchise a lot better. Whereas,
agree.
Whereas Blizzard is making Warcraft way worse.
No, I know, but like just as a decision, the decision to take something that they were probably fighting against, like for copyright reasons, at least
mean,
at some point.
It was always speculated that this was going to happen because how couldn't it happen?
It's inevitable.
Honestly,
And it's a great idea.
it's a phenomenal idea. But the reason I am very excited for it is because they're finally putting it into the mainstream, and people are going to get their hands on this game, and they're going to do some incredible things.
Well, like
And everyone
He's gonna
that
get
has the
those
game,
sweaty mitts all over
yeah,
this thing.
everyone who has it is going to have access because they're making the online just like nails. It's going to be so good.
And there's a few like examples of people in like the Elder Scrolls modding community who ended up getting jobs with
Exactly,
Blizzard.
right.
So maybe
Blizzard?
I'm sorry, with fucking Bethesda.
Right.
Yeah, and either way. And there's probably people who made those like deadly boss mods type things who probably got
You introduced me to the world of mods for Oblivion, and it made
it's
it
game
was like a
changer.
renaissance. I had
Chris got
played
all of the nude mods.
I got all the new mods.
All of them. He only needed the one. He
I
got
only
like
need- yeah,
all the different
so I
types.
wanted to see all those elf dicks.
Oh yeah.
But I had played that game to exhaustion on the Xbox 360. Got Joe's. You gave me the PC version because you were like, I don't care about this.
Yeah,
You had
remember
already
that.
played it. Yeah. And then Dylan was like, Hey man, have you ever heard of pushing up the glass in the British nose? He doesn't wear glasses, but have you ever heard of the modding community? Check these out. And I could never install them
changes
because
the game.
I don't. I
Nexus
don't know what
Mod
computers
Manager,
are.
man.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't around, I don't think, back then.
It wasn't called Nexus. It was
Well,
TES something.
But I mean, like,
Can't remember.
because you can do it now with mods, and you literally just click a button and it installs.
Oh, I know.
automatically.
You remember me constantly
Like
talking
Curse
to you on
Client.
AIM, being like, dude, help, how do I install this?
Yeah, it's so much easier now. But either way, like going back to Mario, like I hope that at least at the very least, some people get some like
Oh
recognition
no,
from
there's
Nintendo.
there's
for how-
already some pretty famous people in the modding community that are gonna, they're gonna be known right off the bat, and people are gonna follow them day one.
right, exactly.
The thing is, it's gonna take 9 days to unlock every single item that you can use in the game, which I am really not okay with. I love everything about this game that I've seen so far, but once they said that unlockables were going to be progression wise, like you had to play a certain amount of time to unlock like this brick or like this item or this power up, they said the total amount of time was going to be 9 playing days.
Really?
Yeah, which is fucking stupid.
That is
9 days
goofy.
worth of hours?
No, it's just
Oh,
9
okay.
straight calendar days. You need to
More than I
play.
put into The Witcher?
You need to play like 15 minutes a day for it to count or something like that.
Alright.
Which is, you know what, it's okay, but it just sucks.
It's just Nintendo, dude.
It's Nintendo
They're like,
getting
okay,
their
we'll give you
greasy
this,
mitt-
but
exactly.
we're still
Give
gonna
and
have our
take.
little control freak
But
bullshit.
my main thing about this game that I'm excited about is it's a weird take, but hear me out. Have you guys played any of the new Super Mario Bros. Games? The
The
platforming
on
ones?
3DS.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, good games. They're good. They're fun. Whatever. You beat them in fucking.
I mean, I'm more of kind of like a Luigi guy myself, but
You beat them in 6 hours. You never play them again because there's no real replay value. They're okay. However, all the 3D Mario games for the most part are fantastic games. So the thing I'm thinking is, once they give this tool to their audience, how can they make another new Super Mario Bros. 2D platformer? They can't, because they gave you the ultimate one where you can make your own levels. So now they're gonna they're gonna go back to the drawing board and say, all right, we need a new Mario game, but we can't make it a generic 2D platformer because they already have Super Mario Maker where they can literally make their own 2D platforming Mario game. We got to dig deeper and give them a 3D game that's going to be different. So I think it's going to really push that team to make something way better than something that they've already been doing for the past 5 years. They've made like fucking 10 of those new Super Mario Bros. 2D platformers. And they're all, like I said, they're all pretty good, but they're the same things.
So you're seeing like the new, a new Galaxy.
Exactly.
Type.
Or even if it's a 2D platformer, just like they're going to have to add something so new to it that it's going to make it completely different.
First person Mario.
Something. I don't know.
I don't think they'll have to do anything different because people will still buy it for their kids and stuff. Like kids will still play it; they don't care. Like,
Where's,
oh, it's new Mario. I want to play that, and people are like, all right, here you go.
Right, but it's just one step closer from them getting away from that. That thing exactly. Like maybe they'll be like, you know what? People already have this. Let's try something different. And they're good at trying different things. Sometimes it's fucking horrible and they never should have done it. But sometimes stuff like this makes them make incredible things. And I'm hoping that's what comes out of this. Because I'll be playing this game forever. Like, honestly, I will keep my Wii U to play this game because it's going to be good forever. Because there's so much shit you can do in it. Have you guys seen anything? It's
Nothing.
endless. Go home and watch videos on Super Mario Maker. It's fucking awesome, dude. It's going to be so good.
What I want to know is where's the Super Luigi game we've been asking
one likes
for
Luigi.
years? The fans
Shut
have
up.
been begging and crying.
Actually,
asking
there already
for
is
Super
one.
Luigi
There
Brothers.
already is one. It's called New Super Luigi U.
Wait, what?
I have it. We can literally play it after this ends.
Oh my god.
It's just New Super Mario Bros. U, but you play as Luigi.
Everyone knows that I don't really love Luigi. I'm just
Yeah.
pretending.
And it's way harder, and you only have 99 seconds to complete the level.
What?
Yeah.
Because Luigi's
And-
got 99 problems. And
and-
most of them are ghosts.
And Mario's off. And you can use the Luigi amiibo in Super Mario Maker and play as Luigi throughout every level. You can use 90 or no 150, I think it is. 150 amiibos in New Super Mario, not New Super Mario Maker, just Super
Can
Mario.
you use Marth?
Maker. Yeah,
have
actually, he's
them.
one of the
Can use them.
compatible ones. Yeah, they all play the same, but the sprite looks different. It's sick.
Is it just so you can play as that character in Super Mario Maker?
Yes.
All right, now we're getting a Wii U, and so I can play as Samus and beat Mario.
But people made like Zelda themed levels.
That's awesome.
And
I have
you
Link and
start
Marth. I'll bring them
playing
over
as
for you.
Link.
That's really
it's
cool.
really cool, dude. Like there's so much shit you can do with this game. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I cannot wait for this game.
Reminds me of like the Portal 2 level maker, but better because you can do more with it.
It's the best level making game I've ever seen in my entire life. It's so easy. It looks so easy to use. It's so intuitive. There's so much you can do. The online is going to be fucking perfect. It is going to be a 10 out of 10. Mark my fucking words.
But will it be better than Tony Hawk Pro Skater Maker on Skate Park?
No, that's not. It's not gonna happen. Sorry, Joe, you're wrong.
It'll be better than Little Big Planet. That's all I know.
That was like the game mode.
way better.
The Tony Hawk game mode is where I realized I just have like just no creativity in me. I just can't.
Yeah, I'm not much of
I
a.
can't do Minecraft. I suck
Yeah.
at Legos. I sucked at that.
I'm not much of a level designer either, but
Me neither.
I will play the shit out of these wonky, fucking crazy levels because I'm good at Mario. I'm a good
Yeah,
platform gamer.
Definitely.
So that's what I'm mostly looking forward to. I'll dabble in the creation, but it's mostly for me playing all these different levels. Like you're gonna log on every day and have a different, hundreds of different levels to play, and I love
It
playing
comes
Mario.
preloaded with like 100
Yeah.
made by the team, right?
I know, yeah, it's fucking dude. It's gonna be so good. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
This is gonna be random. But Dylan, do you don't still have your copy of Portal 2 for PlayStation 3? Do you?
Yes, I do. I think.
Can I have it?
Sure.
Because even though I have it on PC and I can play it on PC, I want to play it on PS3.
Yeah, definitely. I'll
I
give
get
it
all
to you.
those trophies.
Yep.
I love Portal 2.
Dude, Portal 2 is amazing. That whole world sucked me up like a vacuum.
Suck joke dick.
Do we have a favorite video game? Have we like stated it on the podcast before?
No.
I'm just asking. Steve, is your favorite video game Portal 2?
It's probably Fallout 3, but Portal 2's a close second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe, what about you? You have one?
Mine's probably Fallout 3
Just
as
like
well.
off the top of your head, if you had to pick one, yeah.
Either Fallout 3 or Super Mario Bros. 3. Definitely between those two. Probably Super Mario Bros. 3.
This is like a full like topic for like another day. But
Yeah.
Dylan, what about you?
We can end with it. That's cool.
Bomberman.
That's not
What?
true.
No, I don't have one.
Bomberman 64 was dope.
Yeah, fun game. I don't really have like a. I guess
I
you
think
know
what we should maybe do for next time, because we're getting a little long here,
I'm getting up
is
there.
maybe like pick like for your favorite game for like different categories, like your favorite game for story, your favorite game for gameplay, your favorite game for just
Yeah.
general reasons.
If I have a week to think about it, I can probably.
Yeah, because I can already think of a couple of. I can already probably name most of the ones. I can name everyone I just listed right now
Uh-huh.
if I wanted to, but I feel like we should save it because we can discuss stuff
Yeah.
more into it
Yeah, we
I'll
can,
keep my
spend-
answers for next time.
and not make this like 2 hours long.
Cliffhanger.
yeah, we can wrap this shit
Everybody
up.
already knows my favorite video game.
Excuse me. All right. Is it The Witcher?
No, it's Metal Gear Solid 3.
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear
Solid.
Subsistence, because it's easier. Subsistence is a chump.
What are you saying?
I know, Steve. You just.
I said subsistence because it's easier because you're a chump.
I played the original Snake Eater that was top down. And
I
then I
know.
played
It was a
Subsistence every
joke.
other time after that.
Relax. All right. Before we're talking about talk down, to end this, I'm talking about. I started to play the Wolf Among Us again yesterday. The controls in those games suck so much.
They fight you. It's like playing Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, well, because like for anyone who doesn't know how you play a Telltale game, or at least the Wolf up to Wolf Among Us, I don't know after that. It's like a fixed camera. You move with the left stick, and you control like a pointer with the right stick. And it is so hard to do anything in that game because you'll see something you want to go click on, and you'll start to walk to it, and then all of a sudden the camera angle will change, and you'll be moving the wrong direction again. It's just like the old game. It's like, why did you do that?
That's exactly. I mean,
It's awful.
we
like,
Steve again. We're playing Silent Hill 2 earlier, and that's the whole fight is just fighting that camera.
Yeah.
And you would think that 10 years, 15 years later, almost, we wouldn't still be having that problem. But I never really noticed it when I played The Wolf Among Us.
you don't like. Well, it's because I played Life is Strange, and that plays
Similar game,
way
but more-
better.
yeah.
Because it plays like Mass Effect if you're at the Citadel.
That's another point for Life is Strange in Steve's campaign to convince us to play it.
10 out of 10.
Life is strange.
Wait,
What?
Steve,
Yes.
are there any boobs?
What?
In Life is Strange, are there any boobs?
No.
0 out of 10, no boobs.
0 out of 10 no boobs. Anyone else got anything to say?
We're on iTunes now.
Oh my god,
We should
yeah.
have said that at the beginning.
We should have. Yeah, we're on iTunes now. I'll put it in the beginning.
Yeah.
We can
Put
make
it in
it.
both. Put it in both.
Yeah, we can make it look a
For the
different.
camera at
intro.
home.
I'll put like a. You'll see what I
Just
do. It'll
search
sound
Chomp
good.
Chain Podcast on iTunes.
Search-
You'll find us.
Search Chomp Chain Podcast.
We got a logo that we made last week when we couldn't do the podcast because we couldn't get 2 mics to work because
Yep.
Joe forgot his.
Yeah, I fucked up.
But we made a logo, and now we're on iTunes.
You can subscribe. You can leave us feedback. Any feedback is good feedback.
Leave us a rating because we don't have enough ratings, so it doesn't say that we have any ratings.
Yeah, and
so
you can
even if you hate us, give us 5 stars.
find us on Facebook, Chomp Chain Podcast. Find us on Twitter,
What's the Twitter?
Podcast Chomp.
Podcast Chomp. Podcast
Just
Chomp.
find us. We're gonna have updates, news articles.
Yeah.
Chris can talk
I'll
about
eventually start
whatever.
writing crap. Yeah.
We'll start writing crap.
About how I don't know who Rex Ryan is.
Yeah, about Rex Ryan's foot fetish. It'll be fun. So make sure you go on iTunes and you find us and you follow us. That would be awesome.
If you have PS4, you can add me at Dexter M Pepper. Play some Rocket League or GTA
Should we give her PlayStation names or whatever?
if you want to.
I mean, mine's Crimson King 118, which I wish I could change it, but it's a reference to the Stephen King series, The Dark Tower.
Which is a reference to Child Roland the Dark Tower Came.
That's correct, Dylan. Thank you.
Um.
That's PlayStation. Did I say that? Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think you
PSN.
did. I don't. My PlayStation's too annoying. I'm Cake is Lie 19. No, that's Cake is Lie
Cake underscore is underscore
A
underscore lie
19. It's my PSN, and Chaos Knight 19 is my Steam one.
I don't have PS4 and my Steam is Joey Casco.
Spell that out for us, friend.
J0EYCASCO.
One more time?
J0EYCASCO.
Just want to hear you do it again.
All right. Let's call it a night because I'm sweating my ass off.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for listening.
Cool. Bye.
See you next time.
Well, you weren't in position to turn it off.